What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Beausoleil. That is Scott Savage. Scott, I want to hold up just for a quick sec. We know the numbers are there. We see everybody over on our television shows, watching our shows. We see the numbers come in. I want some help from all of our friends watching the show, Scott. I want to see a little support. I want to see people hit us up over on Twitter and say hi that you watch our daily show. Hit me up at ArtisticGamer28. Hit Scott up at Savage. And hit up the official ITG. Show us that you are there. We see the numbers are there, dude, but I just want to see some community involvement here. I want to talk to people. I want to know what you guys are gaming. But this is ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news live every day, Monday to Friday, over on twitch.tv/the official ITG, as well as YouTube. But if you can't join us live, well, then no big deal, because you're joining us, because we know you are, over on the TV streaming networks around the globe, podcast services, and of course, InsideTheGame.ca. Scott, you ready for another episode this morning, buddy?
Oh, I'm ready. I just have one thought to add to that. Are you in the camp of Super Switch or Switch, the new Switch Pro?
Yeah, let Scott know over on his Twitter. It's Switch Pro. Scott's on his own little devices over here with the Super Switch.
It wouldn't be the first.
No, it probably would not be. Coming up on today's show, though, PAX West is back. More on Abandoned. No, really, it's not Silent Hill. And top pre-orders for E3. Scott, let's get going into it because PAX is back, dude. PAX West 2021 confirmed to be an in-person event with safety precautions detailed. With vaccinations continuing to roll out, PAX West 2021 will be among the gaming events returning to offer in-person community celebrations. Dude, this starts, I don't know if this is a good thing. This is coming to the Washington State Convention Center in Seattle from Friday, September 3rd through Monday, September 6th. It's been almost 2 years since the last PAX West, and it's been surreal to imagine its triumphant return, said Jerry Hulkins, co-founder at Penny Arcade. Scott, thoughts on in-person events? Do you think this is a good thing right now? How busy do you think this is? Because I've seen some Twitter feedback, dude. I'm going to be honest. Not many people are excited to be going right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if PAX has the same kind of mass popularity as E3 would.
Sure.
But this is, of course, after 2 years, there's a huge hunger for that sort of thing to return. I absolutely understand the will for it.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd have to look at it locally to know if that's an intelligent decision to hold something like that, really, because it seems like some places are handling the pandemic better than others. Some are ready, like Florida, just to forget that it ever happened. But I don't know if that's safe to do in Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know right now. So a lot of feedback over on Twitter in the world of like, hey, industry guys, people, girls around the world, are you interested in doing this? And a lot of them are coming up going, not a chance. Nobody is ready to get back into the swing of things yet for these in-person events, just because, man, you would already get sick going to E3, going to PAX. You come back with what they call the PAX flu, right? And it was just, the industry is just, as much as we want to get back into it, Scott, I just don't know if we're all that eager to do it just yet, because you know, there's still a lot of questions up in the air with COVID-19. You see a lot of setbacks in the world of our industry, and you know how many people are over that fear, right? A lot of us still live in that fear of, okay, well, when I go to the stores, I still have a mask on. Are we all walking around this place, this convention, this hot, sweaty convention with a mask on? Dude, that's like the last thing I feel like doing.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. It's been a while for everybody. It's going to take some time for everybody to get used to it. Even if we declared it was gone tomorrow, it would still take a while for everybody to kind of get used to it. You got to think about it too. Of course, the consumer has been left out of PAX for 2 years now, but that means the developers, all the industry people, they have also not attended anything like this. So it is kind of, something that you got to get used to again.
Yeah, there's just I don't know if we're ready for it yet, right? Northern Nerdcast hits us up at Twitch and says NGE is still up in the air as well. That is the Northern Gaming Expo, which is our kind of one of our industry leads around here for us to go to and attend, and it's like a like a version of PAX for us for mops, sweeps, and just all kinds of things to get in devs. And we were there. We've been there in the past. We'll be back again. But just, dude, I just don't know if we're ready to do it this year.
Yeah, it seems a little early, but it's gotta happen at some point too. I'm kind of stuck on that.
Absolutely. And what seems to be stuck right now is Abandon. More on Abandon. Developer shuts down Silent Hill rumors in a new video Q&A coming soon. Blue Box Game Studio has been the epic center of rumors over the past month for its upcoming horror adventure called Abandon. There have been many theories as to what Abandon would be, but one of the most prevalent rumors links it back to a Silent Hill project that Hideo Kojima has been keeping hidden. Scott, this is back and forth. So, Hassan took to Twitter yesterday, or the day before, and stated, no, this is their game. Hideo Kojima has absolutely nothing to do with it. A lot of speculations that Hassan was actually one of the actors within the Silent Hill with Kojima, and that's what's been going on. But, dude, they set themselves up. And this is where we talked about it yesterday, and we kind of now getting a little, skeptical of what's going on here. I really thought this could have been Hideo Kojima's next project, right? It seems to be making a lot of sense. A lot of ties come back into the theories of what's going on here. But now, Hassan comes out and says, no, this is our game. We have no ties to Silent Hill. We have no ties to Hideo Kojima whatsoever. And then it comes back to PlayStation never said anything. Dude, they said absolutely nothing about it. I'm pretty
That's
confused.
Interesting too. Yeah, I'm not.
Right?
Who's to know what's going on there? But I feel like they have to specify. I touched on it yesterday. What if they use his name as a sort of marketing ploy? They let people believe that Hideo Kojima has something to do with it, and then it sells like gangbusters. So I think they have to do something to avoid that as well. Just in the same way that you can't just put Alex Jones in your game and call it a marketing campaign. So I feel like he's forced to specify because otherwise Hideo could try and claim some sort of promotional event of it or something.
Exactly. Now they're on damage control for their brand new game coming to PlayStation, right? But they've gone back and forth. What it seems like and what's coming across now is, hey, they first announced the game and everybody pinned it as a Hideo Kojima project, and they came out and said, oh man, we're really bummed. No, this is our game. We're really excited to show you our game. This has nothing to do with them. But then the theories kept coming and they kept coming. And then Blue Box went on to actually send out tweets. It kind of gave and grew into that speculation even more. So now they're playing on the other side of it too, Scott. They've been back and forth on the fence about what's going on. And now that is really starting to come to light, the fact that, Hassan came out and said, no, he's not an actor. I'm a developer on the team. And then you got Jason Schreier getting in with Bloomberg as well, who sat down with an interview with Hassan to talk about what's going on here. Because, man, just what a whirlwind mess they've sat themselves into right now. Speculation at the first, then they jump in and say, and just kind of played off that tweet of, yeah, maybe we are something with Hideo Kojima. And now they're going to be backtracking. And, dude, the damage control they're going to have to do now when their project actually comes to light is not a good start.
Yeah, well, that's the thought I just had. Is even though you can tie your game to Hideo Kojima and make it appear like he's going to be on it and stuff, but really all you're doing is setting everybody's expectations very high.
Man, right? Like super high. So that's we'll see where the future lies with Abandon, but man, story 2 has us a little complexed. That's for sure. Microsoft is expanding designs for Xbox though, Scott. Programmed to monitors supporting HDMI 2.0 features. The Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 have features that your current TV or monitor might not be able to support. Does it have variable refresh rate? Features like FreeSync? Will it support HDR? Well, all you need is one of these TVs, Scott. One of these TVs or monitors, and the port, the big giveaway, is the HDMI 2.1 port. Scott, I want to touch on the TV for a second. I'm playing a little game with you because I know the prices and you don't. So I'm withholding this from you. So you ready? Guess the price of the next gen TV, a 55-inch TV, where do you think US dollars right now? Where is this? The Philips 55-inch 4K.
55 is definitely up there. That's got to be part of the high end level. And if it's got this 2.1 port that's not normal,
Yeah,
that's definitely got to increase it. And we're talking 4K. Okay, this is I haven't bought a TV in years.
I did set you up on this, so it's all
I'm
good.
probably way out of this one, but I want to say something like that could cost. It could be somewhere around 600.
Keep going, dude. You might want to add another 1,000 to that. It's $1,600 US for the TV. All right. So then from there, Scott, let's get into the 43-inch gaming monitor. What do you think that one is worth?
Oh no, it has gaming in its title, so
That's right.
it could be a high up one. 43 inches though.
Yeah, that's a big gaming monitor, man.
Yes, it is. Judging by the last one, I have to say maybe this one is around 800.
$1,400
Oh,
US. And lastly, Scott, the Acer Xbox Edition gaming monitor, 28-inch. Last price. What do you think this one's going for?
28-inch. Okay, well, maybe that's closer to my 700 guess, but
You're close.
I feel like that's still low.
It's $950 US.
Oh man.
The gaming monitor is $950. 28-inch, dude. It was yeah. That was fun. It was good to see you squirm a little bit, Scott.
That's a lot, man. I know these are new consoles, but
oh man, yeah, that's
it's
expensive.
hard to. If you were gonna go set up, a new room tomorrow, that's an expensive chunk right there.
Absolutely. Scott, let's get into Marvel's Avengers update. You ready for this? Because the Marvel's Avengers update exposes PS5 players' IP addresses. Square Enix released a patch for Marvel's Avengers that accidentally exposed PS5 players' IP addresses on their screens. A concern for anyone who is streaming the game or use the system's screenshot sharing functions. Square Enix said on the game's official Twitter account it was investigating the issue where a floating string of text appears on the screen. Yeah, the floating text is your IP address. So they also followed up with, we are currently testing a solution to the issue of personal information, including the player's IP addresses and username being displayed on screen on PS5, and plan to deploy a hotfix tomorrow around 8 a.m. PT. So hopefully it'll be up there soon, if not already. So
oh no, we've updated the situation, and now it shows your phone number and real address.
That's right.
And your bank account stuff.
Oh, it's just what a whoops. Like, who didn't test that? Who didn't test that on the PlayStation 5 to see anything come up in the, oh man, your IP address?
And to enable floating text in any way, like that seems like it would be quite an easily detectable issue if you were to search. But that's what a mess.
Oh man, it's just Marvel's Avengers just seems to be on a struggling montage right now, unfortunately, and it's so heartbreaking, Scott, because I loved the story and I was hoping for the most out of this game, but it seems every time I turn around, there's something else that's struggling with it, which is just sad to see. Hopefully they can figure it out over there at Square Enix and fix that game to something we all hope it could be. But let's get into GameStop unveils top 10 pre-orders for E3. This is what came in after the show, and Metroid Dread was number 1. Scott, were you that surprised?
Not at all. I had a few guesses when I read this quickly. I thought, well, maybe this is pretty easy to guess, but it seems number 1 holds up. That's for sure. No,
absolutely. Then The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD coming on July 16th. Mario Golf June 25th. So that's just around the corner. 2 days out now. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl November 19th. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy on October 26th. Far Cry 6 coming in on October 7th. Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. It's already out. Scott, pre-orders skyrocketed for that game, and I've heard nothing but unfortunate things for it.
Oh, yeah, we're probably going to end up speaking about that soon because Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in that one.
Absolutely. Madden NFL 2022 and Pokemon Legends Arceus. Is that how you pronounce that one, Scott? On January 28th, 2022. That's
Arceus.
Arceus. And so that one's in 2022, dude, and it made the bottom of the list.
Oh man, yeah. Well, it is a Pokemon title.
Well, yeah.
Arceus is doing a thing where it goes back to a third person 3D kind of experience. So that's something that hasn't been done since GameCube. So this is I can kind of understand why that's already spiking.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Absolutely. Northern Nerdcast, dude, I haven't played that game in forever. If we're getting back to Marvel's Avengers. I haven't played it because every time I turn around, I just hear about more unfortunate things. So, yeah, no, I haven't. I want to go back. That's the problem. I'm waiting for War of Wakanda. Then I'll be back in. And then probably once I finish that up, I'll bounce out again. So we'll see if my IP address floats around on my PS5.
Oh, there's still some characters I would like to see if they ever add Static Shock to that game. I'm gonna have to check.
Who is that?
he's a character from I guess it would be considered an anime, a cartoon from when I was in school.
Fair enough.
Amazing character, great story. That's Static Shock.
Well, we'll see what happens with the future of Marvel's Avengers, but the future of Bayonetta 3 still exists and is progressing well according to Nintendo. Nintendo held yet another E3 Direct presentation with no mention of Bayonetta 3, despite debuting way back in 2017 Game Awards as a Switch exclusive title. The game has been radio silent in the years since, with only updates coming in the form of vague reassurances that it's still happening. Keeping the hope alive, Scott. That's unfortunate. GameSpot, Tumor Hussain interviewed Nintendo's Treehouse, Nate, and Bill about the company's E3 showing and wrapped up with a fun conversation by asking the $1 million question, where's Bayonetta 3? Well, it began by confirming the game definitely still exists. And, well, it's progressing well. So we still don't know much, Scott.
I have to be cautious of anybody that uses the term, definitely still exists. don't even worry about it.
Yeah, it's coming. It's all good. It's still coming. Sure.
It's funny. I like that Nintendo does kind of follow up on these concerns.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4, they made sure to note that in the E3 Direct. Don't worry, Prime 4 is coming, but you're not going to see anything today.
That's just... yeah, thanks. Here.
It's disappointing.
Pour some
At
more
least
salt
I
on
know
the
it's
wound.
coming soon, but yeah. I almost wish they hadn't mentioned it.
Well, yeah, just leave it alone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that won't be coming anytime soon, Tekken X Street Fighter officially is dead. It was 30% complete, Scott. That's do you remember? Okay, so it was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then the other side of that was Tekken Cross Street Fighter. There's supposed to be two games. One made it back in 2012. That one actually launched. That was Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which was revealed at the same time and launched in 2012. Bandai Namco's side of the crossover coin spent 11 years in development limbo. And they stated in a little podcast that it made it to 30% completion, and then they killed it. We'll never see it. Dude, we will never see that game.
Man, and it's just, if it was in limbo, that kind of hints that it could have been...
years.
It could have been on somebody's desk the entire time, right? That's a development team after development team could have worked on this and really put some interesting thoughts into it, but then it just goes nowhere. Like that just hurts the whole industry when that happens.
Absolutely.
Nothing good comes of that unless they recycle the code or something for a game later on, but who's to know if that even works out well?
Yeah, I don't think we'll see anything whatsoever, man. I think that thing is just absolutely now dead and gone. Scott, let's get into some game announcements, updates, and releases for today. What do you got?
Oh, we have an interesting update that comes to State of Decay 2.
Nice.
That is the Blood Plague. It takes over.
Dude, I
the
want
Blood
back
Plague. I'm very curious to see how this affects the game. I wonder if they stayed in their release here, but they say the Blood Plague has tightened its grip on State of Decay 2. This is creating new challenges for players to tackle and introducing tempting new rewards in Update 25. 25! Plague Hearts are now surrounded by an area of malevolent influence. This is known as Plague Territory. The bases and outposts within these spheres cannot be claimed until the heart has been defeated. However, the rewards balance the risks, as enhanced outposts offer increased resources and even additional community skills. Resource outposts can be upgraded, netting the player abundant resources that would otherwise only be found at their base. Upgrading them twice, the player will unlock a valuable skill training resource. And Update 25 also brings sidearm swapping to the game, which is one of the most highly requested community features from the wish list, as well as adding 3 new achievements for worth 50 gamer scores. So that's a nice little update on there. I'm an achievement hunter. I have to chime in. I like that.
Dude, I like that game a lot. So I'm actually looking to maybe possibly jump back in.
Yeah, it's interesting. State of Decay does it very uniquely. I haven't seen a game quite like that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
But we also have another update, DLC rather, for Watch Dogs Legion. This one's called Bloodline, and it reveals that Aiden and Wrench DLC stories are on the way. So that is launching on July 6th, and there's a story trailer out now that features 2 familiar faces. Well, perhaps 1 familiar face and 1 familiar mask. So this is set before the events of Watch Dogs Legion. The DLC expansion introduces a new storyline that tasks original Watch Dogs protagonist, Aiden Pierce, with stealing a robot-controlled device from Brocatech, only to see the job go south as Watch Dogs 2's Wrench interferes. There's a trailer to check out where Aiden's carefully laid plans unravel, and he now has risk as a result. These characters are both playable during the Bloodline story and the season pass. These are available as an in-game purchase if you're interested.
Dude, I'm in. I have a season pass. I am playing this. I've been waiting for Aiden Pierce to come back for a while now. So yeah, I'm back in. I can't wait. July 6th.
I really enjoyed Watch Dogs 1. Aiden
Me
Pierce
too.
is a really cool character. I think that's a good way to bring him back.
Yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait. What else we got?
Now we also have Worms Rumble is launching today. And we know it's launching for the Switch. I believe that includes Xbox as well.
Really? Is it not on Xbox yet?
No, I don't think it is until today, actually. I think today might be the very first day.
Oh, man. Everybody go run out and get Worms Rumble. That game is so cool. It was a ton of fun. Dude, I can't wait to jump back into that one, too. Yo, you know what the problem is, Scott?
What's that?
Dude, there's too many games. There's so much to play. It's just nonstop.
And after E3, my head's just spinning. There's more on the way. 2022 is not going to let up.
Nope, not at all. What else
we have 2 more releases. There is Out of Line coming to the PC, and also Fallen Knight coming to the PC as well.
Wow, there we go. You gonna check out any of those? I think Out of Line looked kind of cool, but dude, I'm really waiting on the DLC.
I'm stuck on this Worms Rumble. That's what you're gonna find me on today.
Oh, that's for sure. That's dude, that game is so cool. Everybody has to go check that one out. But that'll be it for today. This has been ITG Daily. Everybody, thank you for hanging out with us. Of course, you can always join us live over at twitch.tv/theofficialitg, YouTube. And of course, if you can't join us live, it's no big deal. Hit us up later at insidethegame.ca, podcast services, or TV streaming networks around the globe. Don't forget, hit us up on Twitter. Until tomorrow, everybody, we'll see you inside the game.